By levels, right?
Yeah,
by levels.
Anything that has stars.
Anything that has stars.
Yeah, so
Broken. Even ranks too?
Yeah.
You guys are okay with ranks?
Yeah, you're supposed to play with ranks. Everything
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's how that goes.
I don't know, man. Let's see what we got. See if I win.
You know what? I challenge you. So.
I think I win. So I'm pretty pissed. I spent probably like the last 2 hours or 3 hours or something like that, or at least we did, looking for just a portion of the Halloween costume that I was trying to get. It's actually Light Yagami from Death Note. I'm gonna have like a picture of it. I'll put it right there so you guys can kind of see what it looks like. But I got like portions of it just recently, just for the Halloween costume. But I couldn't find a blazer that was anything under like $200 or anything like that. So I was only able to find stuff that was like 200 over, and I couldn't even find like the correct color. So it was pretty stressful. But Halloween's not for another 2 days, at least for when I'm gonna be posting up this recording. You know what I did find? I'll show you guys right now. Some millennials. I don't know if it's copyright me showing this brand on the team, but I had to get it, bro. It was like $15 for like a box of cereal, but I was like, fuck it. I am actually going to a local today. We'll see if there's a good amount of people, but I am actually playing a local today. And what am I playing, you might ask? Give me a sec. Haha, it's back. It's back, baby. It's back. Alistair's back. Dogmatika's back. I've been playing in the last couple locals. Like basically every week. I don't think that I haven't been away from playing Yu-Gi-Oh, because trust me, I make time to play Yu-Gi-Oh. It's just hard to find time to edit content is about it. I still make time to play Yu-Gi-Oh, and the things that I've been losing to for the most part, because I've gotten like a couple like near tops, if not close tops. The stuff that I've been losing to is usually just dumb shit like Mystic Mine or like Ren Maju. I lost to twice now, like the same Ren Maju deck. Fuck you, Kron. I lost to that deck like literally twice, and like I've realized that this deck, even though it's a strong, like very strong contender against the meta, it's very bad against Rogue, like extremely bad against Rogue. So a lot of the times it'll lose to stupid shit, but I don't know. Hopefully we'll do better today. We'll see. Say something for the people, Kron.
Grandma's is actually the best deck.
Oh my fucking god. We're literally not gonna talk about that, man. Literally not.
Hey, I want you to know, Andre, follow up and add it. So get ready.
Oh, that's that fucking card coming out in the next set.
Yeah,
what
and Heavenly, or Lord of Heavenly Prison. I'm just sticking them on.
Oh my god. That card is so good. No, that card's hella good. I'm not even gonna cap. I was thinking about playing that in dolls. Because you can protect your schism. But yeah. Hell yeah.
Everybody's gonna YCS soon.
Oh, bro. Tell me about it. Speaking of which, I actually need to talk about that too. So give me a sec. Can I see what we're cracking?
We are cracking Legendary Duelist Ancient.
What are you?
Oh, it's in Italian too.
Italian. Just not good, dude.
What's good in here?
So before it used to be like Crystal Bonds, Rainbow Bridge. Millennium Ice is still good.
Oh, Millennium Ice is in there too.
And Ancient Confusion. After the reprints,
Sick.
they're down, but I think they're still worth a good amount. Take them. I'm gonna do a full sort later. It's fine.
All right, players. I am your. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. I'm kidding. All right, players. Today we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 players today. Thanks for coming out to YBM tournaments. As you guys know, we host these things every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I believe are the days. I think on Saturdays it's 1 p.m. and then 7 p.m. But yeah, if you guys are new here, 1:30 apparently. Apparently it's 1:30 according to Lawrence. But I am your judge. I'm not your judge. I'm joking. Go to Quran for everything. Raise your hand. Make sure you guys keep your hands up. You ask for those judge calls. With that being said, I don't believe I have anything else to announce other than that. Remember, you guys will get a ticket as well, so make sure you use that. Turn it in so you can get a pack. Just go up straight to the front. They'll go ahead and let you know what packs you can get. With that being said, you have 50 minutes. You may begin. 40 minutes. I was trying to give you guys more time. You know what I'm playing.
For a second, I thought I was actually speaking. That was okay. I'm actually not speaking.
I gotta buy.
You should have seen this.
Yo, word. Wait, this is the most expensive brick I've ever seen.
Whoa, don't say that.
I would never tell him. I would never tell him. So, now that I'm here in the middle of nowhere, fuck me, dude. I always do this to myself. Cool. Now that I'm here in the middle of nowhere and I can actually talk, let's talk about the YCS. The YCS that just recently got announced. So I already pre-registered. I already got all my stuff set up. How do I feel about it? Don't get me wrong. I am extremely excited. I'm also vaccinated. I am pro-vaccination, obviously, like most people should be. I'm for it. I think it's cool. I think it's finally sick that we're having a YCS. Is it too early? Nah, probably not. I think it's an okay thing. So the most important thing that I feel we should be doing right now, because my job also does this as well too. We had like a work event recently as well too. That was a social gathering with people flying out and like people congregating and coming together to one spot, making sure that it's a bubble kind of thing. I like what the YCS is doing. What they're doing is they're holding it and making sure that it's bubbled as much as possible, which is why they're making us check in Friday. So they're making us like forcibly check in Friday and making us have to play. Basically, like only the people who check in are allowed to go into the venue, I believe. I have a feeling there's not going to be visitors allowed, which is an issue for me. And I don't know if this is true. I don't know like if this has been announced or if like the information on the website already says so. Somebody can fix me in the comments, like if they see that like I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure like I'm not going to be allowed to like bring in a visitor, which is pretty shitty, which sucks because like usually I like to bring my girlfriend to these things, or like, you know, just like having people like around is nice rather than just, you know, just the competitors. But if like that's what it takes to be able to get in and show like a vaccination requirement, hey, that's what it takes, right? Hopefully I'll be playing the deck that I'm playing now is what I'm thinking, but in the future we'll have to see how like the meta like basically defines itself with Burst of Destiny, especially Sword Soul being so strong and Flunderies hopefully being strong, so we'll see. Granted, also, I got the round 1 bye. I don't know if you guys noticed. I'm not playing. Every single round I've played has gone into time, actually. Like, actually every single one. And I'm about to go into the last one. The time against this guy.
Normal summon D-Buster.
He's normal. Yeah, that's literally what he's doing. He's normal something you didn't hang around my ass.
Dude, what is your SHADDOLL fusion gonna do? Once it's there, if it sticks, it sticks.
Yo, chill the fuck out. Yo, chill the fuck out.
Did you win?
He said, what is my SHADDOLL fusion gonna do if he tags out during the standby phase? I literally lose the game. Yeah, I got it. I gotta play, yeah. I gotta play against fucking Leo. Leo, get it! Fuck yeah. Guess who went undefeated? I have so much explaining to do because I didn't get to do anything in between rounds at all. I didn't get to talk. I didn't get to like explain anything. What the fuck? Let me put my shit down. I literally didn't get to explain a single thing in between rounds because every single round went straight into time. So you gotta give it to me. Between me and you? Yeah, dude. Not even capping. Thank God.
Excuse me, sir.
Thank God. I didn't play against Grandmaju.
Let's give him an extra match for the viewers.
Listen.
Let's give him an extra match.
I'm tired, bro.
But,
My
like,
girl gotta go home.
She's banned from the store. I don't know why she's.
But we got it. 16? I'll try to explain rounds later. I just realized I need to record me opening my pack up. Quran, service me. Please?
No, you're negative, fool.
I have a raffle ticket. I'm not negative.
Oh, you want a backward?
I have a plus. Yeah, let's backward.
Alright, what do you want? Big chicken eyes, buddy.
Oh. All right.
you can pick mine.
Okay. We'll go. This one's feeling lucky.
Okay, which one's mine?
This one's yours.
I want you to lose to yourself.
By levels, right? By levels.
Anything that has stars.
Anything that has
Yeah,
stars.
so 'cause obviously
Broken.
you
Even ranks too?
Yeah.
You guys are okay with ranks?
Yeah, you're supposed to play ranks. Everything
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's how that goes.
I don't know, man. Let's see what we got.
Since you,
See if I win.
You know what? I challenge you. So.
I think I win. Okay, I have a 3.
We'll make mine 5.
Okay, I'll make mine 6.
I'm sick.
We'll make mine 11.
11. I have 6. 6, 10. I'll make mine 10, and I'll make mine 14.
14. What? We'll make ours 19.
14, 19. 24.
Oh shit. I'm gonna set this as my last card. Do you have any other more monsters?
I have no more monsters. If you win, you win. You're nasty.
I like that. You have nothing?
I have nothing.
I will cheat. Good job, Andy.
You're a cheater. Let's go! They make it too easy. Let's go! They make it too easy. They make it too easy. And I got that on camera, baby. Easiest pack of my life. What do you think this is? And I won the tournament? What do you mean?
Wait,
Bro, I'm
you won?
That's nasty.
I demand a recount. Okay. So, I'm tired. It's been a long day. I literally had 0 time in between rounds to talk about any of the rounds but that happened. So I'm gonna do my best to give like some kind of like shotgun review. So there's gonna be a lot of cuts here, but we're gonna try to figure out what exactly happened throughout this entire tournament. So that way you guys can kind of understand. And don't worry, before I end this, I will let you guys know. I will do a deck profile on the SHADDOLL deck that I built today. It'll most likely be on Slim's channel as well too. So be on the lookout for that as well. So that way you guys kind of have an idea of like how to play SHADDOLLs during the current format, and things are going to change as well soon too for Burst of Destiny. So hopefully we have this out before then. And if that's the case, yeah. So let's go into round one. Round one, I played against my homie Jose. He was playing Phantom Knights. I ended up 2-0ing him, but it was honestly like a close game. Like it was probably one of the closer games of the tournament because game 1, like at first, like obviously I thought like it was going to be a bye because he showed up late, but we just added like a time extension to it, and then we just ended up playing it out. So game 1, he wins the die roll and he goes first, and he makes Appaloosa, Dragoon, Anaconda, and I think it was a Bardiche that was on the board. And my hand is like Alistair, and I think Starving Venom Fusion, and I think like Punishment, and there wasn't like too much else that was like relevant for the most part. So I just go ahead and I like think pretty hard, and I activate Super Poly. I Super Poly away the Dragoon and the Bardiche, I believe it was. Or during his turn, he ends up making Nightmare Unicorn, and I have one last card in my hand, and he was going to Nightmare Unicorn away the Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, so that way it didn't blow up his board. But he summons the Nightmare Unicorn and co-links it with Rusty Bardiche, being greedy, and I just ash it completely, so that way he doesn't get the effect of Nightmare Unicorn. And so then he's like, fuck, I misplayed, pass. So he like swings over anything else and leaves my Starving Venom Fusion on board. And that's when I kind of go off and I basically like do what I have to do. So he scoops after that. Like we like pass a couple turns, and I think I just make Winda, and like he just ends up scooping after that. And then game 2, he makes a Dragoon, and then he makes Verte, and he makes a Dragoon, and then he sets a card and he passes. I know that for a fact, and I'm pretty sure it was a Fog Blade. So then I draw for turn, and then I activate Meltdown. He lets it go, I Dark Ruler. I Dark Ruler the Dragoon, and then I activate Meltdown. He lets it go through, and then I normal summon Alistair, and he attempts to Fog Blade it to negate it, and I go okay, and then I link it away, and I make Securidan and activate Invocation, because you know all good book players have it in hand. I activate Invocation, and then I make Makaba, and then I Makaba swing over Dragoon by pitching Alistair. And then basically I have like a Schism set up. I think I like find a way to like set up Schism, and he ends up having like 2 monsters on the board, and he overlays for Leviair, and I flip Schism and I make Winda, and he overlays with Leviair and then realizes that like he fucked up, and he like made Leviair in that spot, and we were already like going to time, so it was already a long game. So that's basically how I got round 1. Round 2, I played against fucking Monse. Thank God. I played against Monse, and I finally beat him. I swear I have like the fattest losing record against Monse, dude. I swear I have the fattest losing. It's probably like like 4-1 me, if not like 4-2. No, sorry, 4-1 him, if not like 4-2 him, something like that. Like for sure. Because like every time I play against him in tournament, like he just fucking shits on me, like absolutely destroys me. He's playing Trizu. Ever since he picked up Trizu, like he just wins so much. Anyways, he's playing Trizu. I think game 1, hand's fucking insane. It was like Alistair. It was like probably Alistair, Invocation, Shaddol Fusion, Nadir Servant. It was like everything you could think of. Probably Super Poly too, yeah. Like everything I ever needed. Like it was probably like the best hand ever. And I just activated Shaddol Fusion. And I think I had Crossout Designator in hand too, yeah. I had Crossout Designator too. Yeah, so I basically activated Shaddol Fusion and I like send App Clone and we got on this fatty chain link where we had to like ask for a ruling because he revolted in response to my Shaddol Fusion. So that way I don't just summon Winda and like win the game there because he can't revolt under Winda. So I just activate it, I summon App Clone, I send like Dragon, Aerial, and then he revolts and like all of our chain links go off basically, and like I just negate Appaloosa and he summons Omen. He Omen banishes my App Clone. I go Dragon, I pop that other back row as well too, and I Aerial and I banish like some of his stuff, and then I basically go activate Nadir Servant and he has no response for that one, and then I just App Clone and I set Beast. I send Wendy from my hand, I add Schism, I set Beast. I also add Floor to my hand. I think off of like a Maximus, I think, or it was off of Ecclesia. Yeah, because I already had Punishment set, so I set Punishment, and then I had Ecclesia to add Floor basically during his turn, and then I had App Clone still on the board. And then game 2, he makes like a similar board, but it wasn't nearly as good. Like it was like Appaloosa with a couple cards in hand and 1 set, so it was another Revolt. And I think my hand is like Nadir Servant, cross out, or something like that. So yeah, so I imprime the Appaloosa, I activate Nadir Servant effect, send App Clone, add the Schism, send Beast, I think, and then Beast draw. And then I think I think I got Meltdown off of it, but I already activated Nadir Servant. So I activate Meltdown, add Alistair, and then I special summon Ecclesia, and then Ecclesia effects. He drolls me. Yeah, he drolls me late. That's what it was. He drolls me after I added Alistair off of Meltdown. And I was trying to figure out why he drolled me later, but I didn't ask him after. I probably should ask him. So I'm waiting for him to do his thing, and then he does the Farigite effect again. So this time, yeah, I remember now. So this time he does the Farigite effect, and he only has I think he made like a super greedy play. Like he did like Bearbrum, Farigite into he goes into Farigite. I literally go Schism, and he goes Called by the Grave, target App Clone, and I go permission to check side deck. And he just laughs, and he's like, yeah, like, I play with my side deck out, like, it's fine. And I'm like, okay, cool. I check my side deck, and I'm like, yeah, I sided out Called by the Grave. So I very much telegraphed to him that I had cross-side Designator set, and we were just laughing about it, but yeah, it was pretty funny. I was just like, dude, yeah, I definitely saw decided out Called by the Grave, because I'm going second, you know what I mean? So I don't like, want to see Called by the Grave that much. But I guess it's good against Tri Brigade, like, you can hit the Nerval or Kit or whatever the fuck. And because he Called by the Grave my App Clone, I special summon Construct off of that. And so I put summon Construct sent Aerial, and then Aerial I banish all of his material in his grave. So whatever Tri-Brigades he has on the field, like he can't use them to cheat link summon something out. Right. So he just has like Farigite and like a Link Monster, and he links them both away for Bearbrum to get Farigite effect to draw, and then put 1 back. And he draws into like Desires, and like he realized he banished 2, and he says, how many cards do you have in hand? And I say 1, and he knows it's Alistair, so then he just scoops. It was a tough one for him though. He didn't open up Broken at all. Like usually when I play Monse, he usually opens up like fucking Fractal, Rescue Cat, Karas, fucking Imperial Order. And I'm just like okay, I lose. Cool. Round 3, I play against Paleo Frogs. Oh my god, tell me why this was the hardest matchup of the fucking day, bro. I swear to god. Game 1, like I like go first. I like get to go first, and then I like activate Meltdown and like do my Macabre thing, and all I have is like Macabre Crossout, I think, is all I have. So I like have Macabre Crossout pass. And I have like, I have like double Shaddol Fusion in hand and like 2 Invocations in hand or something like that. Like it was something silly. It was like Shaddol Fusion, Invocation, pass. Go for it. He goes, draw for turn, set a monster, set 4 back row. And I'm like, what the fuck am I playing against? I draw for turn, and I go swing with Macabre. Or I normal summon Alistair, I add Invocation, and I don't fuse anymore because I don't play Purgatrio, which is a bad idea. I'm definitely going to change that. I go normal summon Alistair, swing with Macabre into the face down monster, and he goes Storming Mirror Force, and I go, okay, and I just add back everything back to my hand, and then like turn 2, I think main phase 2, I think I just pass. Yeah, I just set Punishment, pass, because I think I drew into Punishment, so I just set Punishment, I pass, and so my hand is Invocation, Shaddol Fusion, and he goes, draw, flip up Dupe Frog. And I go, what the fuck am I playing against? And he goes, normal summon Dupe Frog. And I go, okay, he's going to try to link for Totally Awesome. So I go, punishment, target Dupe Frog. And he goes, okay. So it sends the grave, and he goes, effect. And I'm like, that misses timing. And he goes, okay. And so then I go, effective App Clone. And I like brain farted here because honestly, I should have just sent Titanclad. Like, I shouldn't have sent App Clone at all. If I send Titanclad, I send Ecclesia, or Special Ecclesia, and then I get my effect off. But anyways. Basically, I just App Clone effect, add Dragon, send Dragon to the grave to try to pop back row because I want to see like what he's playing and I want to see like what I'm up against because I feel like I'm playing against Eldlick or like not a real deck. And then I hit a Paleo and I'm like, oh fuck. And then he chains a Paleo trap to pop my back row. I think it was Oleanoids to like pop my back row, and then he chains the Paleo in the grave to like special summon itself. And I'm like, oh yo dude, I totally just gave him like cards. I totally just gave him everything he needed because of that thing. And not only that, I'm under punishment too for next turn. So I'm like, that was really stupid of me. So like next turn, like he goes, he makes Totally Awesome, and he like has like a Swap Frog on the field or something like that, I think. And then I like draw for turn, and I have Shadoll Fusion, Invocation, which is good if I wasn't under punishment. So that I just normal summon Alistair and I pass, and then he OTKs me. Game 2, I go first. I set up Makaba, and I have Makaba Schism. So I set up Makaba Schism, and I drew off of a Beast into Imperm. So I hold the Imperm in my hand because I already know I'm playing it's a trap deck. And he goes, draw phase, stem my phase, main phase 1, battle phase, and I'm like, okay. And he goes, end of battle phase. I'm like, okay. And then he goes, evenly matched. I'm like, okay, negate. And he goes, okay. Main phase 2, and he sets a couple cards and he passes. I'm like, sick. And then I draw, and I try to play around like Storming Mirror Force as much as possible, and I swing, and like I make like Winda, and like he can't get over Winda, and then like we're like going into time, and so he's just, or he knows we're gonna go into time, so he just scoops it up. Game 3, I honestly should have fucking lost. Like I'm not even capping, I 100% should have lost. He like lost winded my Makaba, I think is what had happened. I had Makaba, I had done 1,000 damage to him with Gravity Controller, and at my field was like Gravity Controller Makaba, and he like lost wins my Makaba, and puts it at what I believe was half of that, which was 1250. And so he swings over it with, I don't know, it was 1250, 1150. I don't know. Either way, he swings over it with a monster. I think it was Toad. It was Toad. So he swings over it. So think now, I have 1,000 damage on him. He has a 2200 Toad. I have a 1250 Makaba. He swings over the Makaba because he knows he can't kill Gravity Controller. So he swings over the Makaba. And 1250 minus 2200 is 950. So literally it goes back to me, and we have a minute left, and I have plays, and I'm not slow playing him. I swear to God, I'm not. Like I'm just like playing my hand out, and I'm like doing stuff, and I'm like summoning cards, and then we go into time. And like literally, I did 1,000 damage to him, and he did 950 to me. So it was like legit game. But honestly, what he could have done, he could have just lost winded over the Gravity Controller. He could have swung into it. You know what I mean? So he could have just done like more damage to me that way. And then I would have had to play fast to get over him. And not only that, during his turn, he had Dupe Frog on the field, right? So he special summoned Dupe Frog out with Totally Awesome effect. Special summoned out Dupe Frog, and he used a Rise to Heights or whatever the fuck the name of the card is. I don't remember. But it's a trap card in the grave that you can banish, and you can target a monster. And basically, it makes it so they can only attack that monster. And then he dropleted the Dupe Frog away. So that way, I couldn't attack anything. The ruling, the way that it works, is that way I couldn't attack anything but the Dupe Frog, even though it wasn't on the field. So I could not swing anymore. And that was during my turn. But I was still above him by 50 life. So if he were to do that, like while literally I like threw the Gravity Controller, and if he saw like ahead of time, he could have just won the game. But he just didn't do it. So shit happens. I mean, that's Yu-Gi-Oh sometimes, right? Lastly, I played against Leo in the finals. He was playing ABC. He was doing really, really good with ABC. And I think I lose the die roll. He rolls like a 12 or something like that. I lose the die roll, and he goes first. And I think he banishes like his Platinum Gadget off of Prosperity or something like that. I ash his Union Hanger. He activates Union Hanger, I ash it. And then he makes Assault Core, B Buster Drake, and then sets a card and passes. And it doesn't link away anything. And I draw my hand, and my hand's pretty sick, but I have a Shadoll Fusion that's dead because he didn't link away anything. So I think I like activate Meltdown. He lets me make Makaba. I activate Nadir Servant. He ashes Nadir Servant. Yeah, because he Prosperity'd, and I saw him add Ash. So he ashes the Nadir Servant, and then I try to Makaba negate the Ash, and then he droplets the Makaba. And so my Nadir Servant didn't go through. I just have a Makaba on the board. I think I just kill a defense mode. No, I don't kill anything. Yeah, no, I pass. And it looked hella bad for me. He pops off, and he goes Underworld Goddess Yeah, he pops off. He goes Underworld Goddess with my Makaba. Like, he makes so many monsters. Underworld Goddess with my Makaba, makes Buster Drake, does 3k to me. So I have 6,000 life. Which, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, he could have just Brawl Sworded me, huh? He could have just Brawl Sworded me, now that I'm thinking about it. Why didn't he just Brawl Sword me? I think there was, like, a reason why, right? I also had, like, a set card, so maybe he was scared of the set card. But he didn't do anything about the set card. Right. I literally asked him, I'm like, main phase 1, standby phase. And he just doesn't tag in. Doesn't tag out. I expected him to tag out. He just didn't. He just didn't tag out. So I was like, okay, that's fine. Main phase 1. And then he goes, okay. And I go, set a monster Super Poly. And he goes, wow. And then I only have 1 card in hand. And I summon Aguides off of his Buster Dragon. And I think, should I pop the Underworld Goddess with Aguides? Think on that. No, probably not. And then he thinks about it and he's like, oh, you have Shaddol Fusion. I'm like, yeah. And I Shaddol Fusion. Send special App Clone. I think App Clone effect, I just negate the monster and I banish like his ABCs in his grave so he can't like make another Buster Drake. And then I swing over it with Aguides. I don't know. I feel like I should have lost that game though. Now I'm thinking back on it. That's kind of how I won because I have like Beast set up as well too. And like I draw into Meltdown, I think off of the Beast later because he's able to try to chump block me. But I think that's it. I don't think he can do much after that. Game 2, he goes first, and then he normal summons a Sea Wyvern, and then he unauthorized activations it to equip Union Driver effect, banish to equip B, and then B special itself, and then he activates Union Hanger. And so when I saw that he did those things, I knew he didn't have the A in hand. So I Ash it, and then I Ash away the Union Hanger, and then he links the 2 monsters away, makes Platinum Gadget, B Buster Drake effect, add A to hand. And then he goes Platinum Gadget effect. I imperm the Platinum Gadget because I know he needs to get the A onto the field to be able to make Buster Drake. Right. So he sets 1 and then he just passes after that. After that he Prosperities, I think, and then he sets 1 and then passes because he doesn't have like a way to get the A into the grave. So I draw for turn. Yeah, I had Super Poly in my hand. So I set Wendy and then I activate Super Poly. I Super Poly away his Platinum Gadget and I summon Construct. I send Schism and I special Beast. And then on resolution, he flips Goes in Match. And so I can't link it away for Gravity Controller because Gravity Controller is dark. So I'm kind of just like fucked. And so then I pass. He finds a way to break my board like completely. I think he like makes Buster Drake. He makes like Buster Dragon and like banishes because he's also under Goes in Match. So he banishes during his turn my Construct. And he leaves my Beast up and he passes. And then during the standby phase, he banishes Beast. Yeah, so I activate Natter's Servant, and then I send Int to target the Goes in Match. And then I summon Ecclesia, and I add Maximus, and then a Maximus effect. I send Winda, and I send a Titanclad. So that way I have the Winda effect to add back the Schism, and then I have the Titanclad effect to add Floor to hand. And then I set the Schism. He has to play into Winda, but he only has 1 banish off of Buster Drake, off of his first Buster Drake, so he knows I have Floor in hand. So then I basically go Schism, and he goes, that's fine. And then I go Schism, and instead of summoning Winda, I just summon App Clone. I App Clone negate the Buster Drake. And he goes, okay, I'll just chain effect, and then I floor negate it. And then he summons another Buster Drake, and then that's when he banishes my Maximus, kills my floor, and then I think he banishes my App Clone after that. And then after that, I'm able to pop off because I drew into Alistair, I think, or I had Alistair in hand the whole time. And I just normal summon Alistair, and then I make Aguides, or I make Makaba, so that way I can banish both effects that he activates. So because I think he activates Buster Dragon to try to tag out, like after I summon Makaba, and then I Makaba negate that one, and then I basically get rid of the other one by just swinging over it, and he doesn't have any like draws after that, so he doesn't have too much, like honestly. I think I have Schism on the board as well too, so yeah, that's basically just how that round went. So that was also a 2-0. It was against ABC, but it was a hard one, but yeah, I was able to take the tournament. I'm glad, honestly. I've been trying with Shaddoll to do as well as possible during this format, and yeah, I'm glad I was able to squeeze one out before the format changed like completely for Burst of Destiny. So yeah, guys, that was basically my tournament report. Expected deck profile here. Expected deck profile on Slim YGO. Expect more vlogs if I can do these things more often, because the most irritating part is honestly finding time to record and then finding time to edit, which is like the whole thing, because usually not everybody gives me consent to basically record them playing and stuff like that. But it just depends. I can't always like be able to bring my stuff. And not only that, like Thursdays turnouts are always kind of weird. On Saturdays there's a much bigger turnout, which I'm able to play, so hopefully I'll be able to record more nights like those. But yeah, other than that, thanks guys. Later. If you like my videos, like it. if you like my channel. Subscribe to it.
揺れている